Anytime studio, it's the Tin Man Show. Sponsored by Pickleball Anytime, the fastest way to make your very own pickleball court on any hard surface. And Itch Be Gone. For those tough to scratch places, it's Itch Be Gone. And now, introducing your host, David G, the Tin Man.
Hello again, hello. Just called to say hello. I couldn't sleep.
We're back. I say we're back. The family's back. Trust me. I just got out of the shower. I got my towel on. Could have just laid down, watched a movie. I said, you know what? Let's get the family on here. I'll tell you what, I'll go watch a movie and you guys can chat. Like the chat room thing. You know what I mean? I'm beat up. What was I going to tell you? Can't even think. I see Buddy East Coast is on tonight. I was jumping through the stuff on my phone. Buddy Boy's on. It's always good. All right, what do we got? I'm so serious, Lisa. All right, let's see who's with us. Real quick. Do the roll call. Lisa Aby, first, let's go. Yeah, baby. Thank you. Lisa AB. Welcome to the family. Jennifer. Now, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I said Celebrity Apprentice last night. I made a mistake. I meant celebrity publicist. God forbid you make a mistake on this show. You don't know. Things can get pretty ugly. You know, I did say I loved her though, didn't I? Didn't I say I love Jen? Just want to make sure that was... You know, Dina, it was Dina's stream today, boy. It was Bart Day. Should have just named that stream Dina, you know. Anyway, Bart gave me a shirt before he left. I'm going to keep it in the freezer for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shirt in the freezer. Matter of fact, that was all ready for you, D.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
I know you like that, baby.
Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I say?
I'm glad you guys came to the pickleball court. You came to the pickleball with me today. You know, I've become an ambassador for pickleball. That's my new thing. I'm an ambassador for pickleball. So I think maybe that's the message, to get you guys into the sport, you know? Now, I know some of you, maybe you have ailments, bad knees, bad back. I mean, I've played with 85-year-old men, you know? I promise you, I don't want to stick this down your throats. I really don't. It's not the message, okay? All I'm saying is, if you really, let's say you're lonely on a Friday night, okay? Now, there have been a lot of Friday nights where I was alone, you know? Whether the girl I was dating was working or I wasn't dating anybody at all. You know, I would just get in the car with my paddle, go to the pickleball court, put my paddle in the rack, and I was playing pickleball till, 10 o'clock at night. By the time, you know, it was so much better than going to the bars. And, you know, I know you didn't get a good idea. Like, even for the women, you saw the guys that were there. It's like packed with guys, and they're all there. I mean, yeah, they're there to play. But usually the women that are there are gorgeous. If you would have saw Trish, the girl that everybody was coming over to me and talking about today, my little partner, you would have been like, holy shit, Pan. She said she'll be back tomorrow. She was all sweaty. She didn't want to be on camera. I don't blame her. I mean, you know, for women it's different. Me, I was soaked. I didn't even give a shit. I was like, let's just turn this thing on and go. You know, I just want to introduce the people, the family to pickleball. You know, and again, I'm not trying to jam it down your throat. But I'm just telling you that this is really an addiction. And it's funny, I got out of there just in time. I walked with Tyrone to the car. And by the time I got in the car, it started to pour buckets. The people that never left, they got soaked. You know, I wouldn't have minded that so much, but you know, you saw everybody running from the courts. It was really funny. And you know, the thunder here is like crazy. It's like people dropping bombs on this place. I love that. I love the lightning and the thunder. There's something about that. It feels like, you know, the Lord is speaking to you, you know? I know it's just clouds with moisture and stuff, but there's something about that just, I feel like it's heavenly. Let's put it that way, you know? Anyway, let's see what else we got. Dina, T-Ray. Love when T-Ray's here, man. You might like Barry, man. Jennifer. Buc-ee's. I always get hungry when I see that circle. I'm glad we got Bucky here. When Bucky's here, all you people, Donnie R now, you know, sleeping is my life. CD, I used to think that way too. But you know what? If you're ever going to just, you know, you got to live. And this is like a church group thing. Kind of like our chat room with a paddle in your hand. You got to let me at least take you over there for a minute and just see if you could. Maybe you'll enjoy it, and then you'll go back with it. I'll give you a paddle set, you know, autographed paddle set by the Tan. You deserve that. I'll give you the whole set, the net, everything. Too big to put in your luggage, but no thank you. But not when I come to Florida. Tan, did you play paddleboard in the schoolyard with the small hard ball? No, I never played that. You know, my game was ping pong when I was a kid. My parents bought a ping pong table for some reason. Maybe they got a deal on it or something. I mean, my parents bought a ping pong table, and I played ping pong pretty good. I mean, I'm a pretty good ping pong player. And if you play pickleball, you know, you hold that paddle. It's kind of like a bigger version of a ping pong paddle. And when you first hit that ball, and it's not like tennis where it's strung and the ball goes, you know, you hit that tennis ball, man, I can't keep it on the court. I was never good at tennis. I was afraid to swing the paddle because I would just knock the ball off the court. With this, I'm telling you, the first time I hit the pickleball with that paddle, I knew right away. I was like, wow, shit, I could be good at this. And I used to play indoor racquetball all the time. Me and my friends used to rent courts. You know, you go to like a gym or something, or they just had paddleball play, indoor racquetball. And with the four walls and the glass, and we would go, and my friends, we would break the rackets. You know, we played for money. You know, just friends playing for money. Like you saw Mr. Joe and Alex. Very competitive people. I mean, they would bang the racket against the wall and stuff. And, you know, we had a lot of fun doing that. And you would sweat, boy, forget it. It's crazy, sweat. You have a paddle, Jennifer. Sweet and Jennifer, but I don't want to play any sports. Okay, so we'll just hang at the beach. G-string radio for 3 days, okay? Shit, it's my favorite thing to do. You know, definitely go to the beach. Now, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, the whole Scuff Frank thing today. You know, I don't mean to come across as a jerk off to stuffed Frank. But like I said, I mean, I guess somebody came across his link and they were like, dude, this guy's talking about you. And then I watched it, and I don't know, it just kind of, you know, You know, they would, look, I know I say a lot of things on this show. I want to be single, freedom, all that, which I really do. Okay? Do I love Andrea? Yes, I do. Do I enjoy her company? Yes, I do. Do I want the best for her? Yes, I do. Do I want to play games with her? No, I don't. No, I don't. You know, I don't want to, I never want to hurt her, or really anybody for that matter. It's not in my nature to hurt people. And, you know, this guy, veal parmesan or whatever the freak he was, you know, if that thing worked out for her and him, then I'd still want to be friends with her. Obviously. I want to meet the guy. We've already saw the red flag, so I really don't know what's going on with her. I haven't really spoken to her. Marsala, right. Shrimp marsala, chicken marsala. You know, so until I really speak to her and see what's going on, maybe he got back in her good graces somehow. I don't really know. You know, as far as I know, she was having some family issues, and, you know, I take her at her word all the time. You know, but I haven't really spoken to her, communicated with her. It was all text. Nothing I'd rather be doing right now than sitting at the Mexican restaurant with her, watching her dance and, you know, enjoying ourselves like we do on a Monday night with nobody else in the whole place. Whoop, whoop. Hey, there they are. What's up, Bill and Aggie? How you doing, baby? Who names their kid Marcella? Well, it's not really his name. We just kid around about that. I mean, basically, he sent her chicken marsala or something to her job. So right away, he became chicken marsala that day. You know what I mean? Bill and Aggie in the house. Shiny, happy people.
Shiny, happy people like meet me in the crowd. People, throw your love around. Love me, take it into.
I didn't even know they had a new parody. I'm going to have to watch that. Is it about Scuff Frank and his Burger King crown that he wears on his stream? The king of all media? Just got the announcement. Buddy East Coast is live. We got to restream Buddy. You know what I mean? Marianne, hi, beautiful. Your day in the sun is coming, Marianne. I want to thank T-Ray for helping me out last night. Believe me, that was really a big help. Stink in the house, baby. Hi, Scuff. Stink, that's the show you watch? I watched some of that today. I was nauseous. Got to be honest with you. Just saying. I was like, this is the show that Stinkbug is promoting. I just don't get it. I mean, look, I have no problem with people smoking weed. Okay? I don't. But if you want to be taken seriously, I don't think you should be puffing the whole time on camera like it's, I know it's legal in a lot of states now. But at our age, you need every brain cell you got. Yeah, I'm going to check out that video as soon as we end tonight. I want to see it. Is it another one of the Queen on there? Is that what I have to look forward to? Somebody stuck a couple of clips of the Queen in our Discord. Really freaked me out last night. Thank God Nikki got my message and got her out of there. Bill is Mr. Doubtfire. Okay, good. Looking forward to it. Someone said that. PMAT in the house. Always good to see the family here. No, we're missing a few people. Tony TV, Reddit guy who posts that. So tell us, Tony, what was it like going to Scuffy Frank's? I mean, you told us that you visited the Scuff. Do you guys live near each other? Is that what it is? Or you just popped in on them? You flew here? Is it true, Aggie? I didn't even think it was Bill at first for a great makeup job. Yeah, let me just tell you. I mean, again, a while back I had, just personally had my own opinion of what Bill and Aggie were doing, with the parody of that. And, I don't want to take away from, you see what I do with these pickleball videos. I mean, the editing, the sound effects, the applause, shit takes time. I just happen to be an ace editor. I could get it done really quick because that's what I've done for the last 30 years. I'm very good at editing. I started with tape-to-tape editing. But, for them to get go in costume and, have to plan all this stuff out, I mean, it's brilliant. I'm not saying it's not. When I was saying some negative things about it, it was only because it was about who it was about in my mind. And she was getting more publicity. And anybody who might have seen it would want to run over there and see what she was about. But in the end, when Aggie came on with me and said, "It's all in good fun, David, you should never hate," I thought about what she said, and I listened to her. And then I was like, you know what? She's right. She's right. Life's too short, The short I put up take minutes and get 1,000 views. The video I put together get 20. So the shorts put up to take minutes and get 1,000 views. The video I put together 20. So no, I hear you. I mean, a lot of the videos that I put effort into, like that video that showed me growing up and stuff, which I thought was really good. I mean, how to whatever. It took a lot of work to put that thing together. It didn't get as many views as a lot of the other things. I mean, the stupid pickleball video we just did got 150 views just now. I was like, shit, 150 people watched that pickleball video? I mean, they're missing all the good shit, and they watched that. I mean, I was just, hey, turn on the camera. I was soaked. And, let it rip. Yeah, no, Aggie, I listen to you when you speak. I do. I have so many great videos on my other channel that you guys have never seen. Every once in a while I put some in the Discord. I put in my first music video. I have just stuff that, I used to produce really cool commercials that I have on there. I have my wedding demo that's off the charts. Any bride that used to see my wedding demo, poof, they booked me. Because, a lot of these video guys that do weddings, they show you one video, the best video they ever made. Me, I showed you 35 brides that trusted me to do their wedding videos. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just one bride, hey, here's the best video I ever did, and you're looking at it, not the ones I fucked up. I have, and every denomination, Indian, Jewish, Greek, I mean, it's just bride after bride after bride, and it's just a progression of the day with different brides, different scenarios, and I think it's really well put together. I'll put it in the Discord. You guys let me know. You give me a grade on it. Say, hey, if you guys were getting married and you saw my demo, would you use me? I guarantee you'd say yes, because it's like, shit, if all these brides trusted this guy, why shouldn't we? So that's the way I looked at it. I could have just went with the best of. And I have individual wedding recaps, highlight videos that I've done that are beautiful. But this one just is got the barn weddings, the beach weddings, the Hindu weddings. I mean, it's a little, and it moves really nice. You know, it's not like boring to watch. It's like boom, 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 right down the line. Takes you right to the cake cutting and, you know, just how it would kind of roll for you if my company was doing your wedding video. Kind of miss doing that. I really enjoyed doing those videos. I mean, imagine going to a party. You show up, you say hello, how you doing? I'm Dave, I'm doing a video tonight. Just pretend I'm not here. Do what you're gonna do. I'm doing a reality show for the Bridezilla. Just do what you want. You know, you do what you do, I'll do what I do. If I come up to you, don't worry about it. Just be yourself. That's the way I approached it. You know, and I dressed nice, I looked good. I usually had an assistant with me, maybe Harry. Had that shit down to a science. A wedding is a script. You know, everything, look, no matter if it's a Hindu wedding, a Greek wedding, it is. I mean, there's some variations. My favorite ones are the quick ones in the catering hall. Boom, all in one location, same money, you're paying me the same amount. It's all cash. And, you know, what happens is, you just go to the one location. So you're not going to the bride's house, you're not going to the church, you're not going to the park, then the reception. You're right at the catering hall. The bride's getting ready, you get a few shots, you go have a cigarette. Groom's getting ready, have a shot, you have another smoke. Ceremony, boom, right into the cocktail hour. Shrimp. I used to call my job shrimp, cash, and ass. Just like this show is masturbation, pickleball, and rock and roll. That was cash, ass, and shrimp. I used to take pictures of the shrimp and send it to my friends. And, you know, I never missed a shot, man. A lot of guys shoot these weddings from the outside looking in, so you're looking at the back of people's heads. Shit, I was right in the middle of that shit. They be doing the fucking hoe ring shit. I'm right in the middle of that circle. I loved it. Kind of get burnt out, though. When you do 2, 3 a weekend, it's like, oh, shit. I mean, the money's great, but you still have to do it. And, you know, you got to hear this. No, I never took home any baby lamb chops, but believe me, I wish I did. I had my system. I think I told you guys. I would stand. I'd look. First of all, I'd have to go in and shoot the different setups of the food at the cocktail hour, what they paid for. So, you know, while the guests are outside, they're not opening the doors yet, I go in. I get the cheese platters, all the different, you know, the ice carving, get my shot from my thing. But what I'm really doing is seeing where the good shit is. So when they do open the doors, boom, I go right to that stuff, the good stuff. Then the next thing I do, I noticed out of the corner of my eye where they were coming out with the hors d'oeuvre trays. Yeah, the little hot dogs with the, you know, the wrapped hot dogs and with the mustard. Oh, shit, that's where I started. And then, you know they're coming out that door and you're just praying for those little baby lamb chops. Shit. Before they even got to anybody else, I had 5 of them on my napkin. Oh, wait, don't leave. Yo! I said, listen, come back. When you're done, find me, all right? I was pretty good at that, you know? Well, you know what, T? The funny part is, at the end of the night, I never left before the band said goodnight, ever. See, that's something. A lot of guys would leave right after the cake. Why? All the action happens after the cake. And guys would leave right after the cake. I'm like, where you going? You know? But, you know, at the end of the night, and then I would pack up my stuff. And I would wait till a lot of the guests had left before I go up and say goodnight to the bride and groom. And thank them, tell them how beautiful their wedding was. And, you know, they're like, oh, you know, we want to give you your envelope. Well, that's really why I stuck around for the envelope, because they got to pay me now. And, you know, it was just $100 bills. And then on top of that, they give me a tip. So not only did they give me a couple of grand, they're like, oh, Dave, and we want to give you this. And it's a separate envelope. They always, you know, you tip the, you know, the DJ, the photographers, you know, everybody gets a tip. Which I thought was crazy, to tell you the truth, but shit, who am I? You know, I told you that one story about Harry when I was standing there, we're waiting there at the end. The father comes over, you guys were great, blah, blah, blah. Harry looked like he gained 30 pounds. I never see the kid eat so much. Not only that, but they have a whole separate table just for the vendors, let's call it. The DJ or the band, the photographer, the video. And you're getting a full course meal like the guests. It's called provisions. They make provisions for you. Now, you know, you sit down, you got the same shit. The wine on the table, the bread. You're getting the salad, the pasta, you know, prime rib, dessert, the whole nine. It's like a joke. And like I said, then they come up to you at the end of the night. 100, 200, 300. You have a good time? 400, 500, 600. We didn't even know you were here. 700, 800, 900. Why don't you guys come back? We're having an after party. Huh? When I was younger, my friends could tell you about these after parties. We used to get so whacked. Like when they, you know, even at the weddings when they're like, you know it's coming up to the last call. I'd send my assistant over. He'd get like 4 or 5 shots of tequila before we left. And then we're going to the after party. It's all paid for. But you know what? I'll tell you this. I saw a lot of brides that ruin their own weddings. I mean, I remember this one bride. She was crying because the tablecloths weren't the right color. I'm like, you're going to let this ruin your wedding day? I mean, I wanted pink. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? I mean, the girl was crying. Because the tablecloths were wrong. Yeah. I mean, they really have those bridezillas, man. Look, with me, the beauty of me is, right, when they hire you, it's like they're afraid of the light, number one. Like moths. They don't want to know from the light. Oh, my husband doesn't like the light. I'm like, hey, you won't even know I'm there. Because I won't be. How much? It's like, you know, it's $3,000, but you won't know I'm there. I promise you won't even know we're there. You know? You know, and then after they sign up, they give you a nice deposit. I mean, you get like a really fat deposit. Yeah, this is making me want to get back into the wedding business, I swear to God, right now. Just talking about this. I mean, you get a nice deposit. Shit, I'll live stream weddings. Take you guys with me. That would be fun. But they don't want to know about the light, you know. I'll tell you a quick funny story, right? I had a good friend. He was African American. And he was a DJ. And he wanted me to do his wedding. Only me. He insisted that I come. I gave him a good price because he was a buddy of mine. And I went with a friend of mine named Mikey Mike. Talk about a mobster, okay? You know, like the guy you met today at the pickleball court? Ronnie. This guy was like Ronnie. Actually, he was like my assistant at game show radio. And he always carried a piece in his, you know, sock. I don't understand why. We never had a problem, but he always had a piece. He was in the garbage carting business, so let's just put it that way, in Jersey, Newark. But he was like one of my really good friends, right? So we go to this wedding, and we walk in, and we're the only 2 white guys at the whole wedding. We're the only 2 white guys. I looked at him, I said, now, if I had this video today, it would be viral, okay? I'm going to tell you what we did. I said, Mikey, listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to mic you up. We'll go outside. We'll be in front of the catering hall, so they'll see the catering hall behind you. And we'll say, okay, how you doing, everybody? This is Mikey Mike, the Wedding Crasher. Mikey Mike, the Wedding Crasher. That's what we were going to do. Mikey Mike, the Wedding Crasher. And I've seen some shit like that before, but this was going to be really different, right? Hey, I'm here to crash a wedding. Now, we were supposed to be there, but I had the camera ready, so I said, let's just do this. Well, I put a different tape in just for Mikey Mike, right? And so what happens is, so he does this, Mikey Mike, the Wedding Crasher, come with me, we're going to go into this wedding. So I'm on the other side. We go into the cocktail hour. I'm on the other side of the room, so you see all the people. And Mikey Mike come in the door, and I zoom in on him, and he's got the wireless on, and he's saying hello to everybody, and they're all African American. He's the only white guy in the room besides me, and I'm filming him from across the room. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It gets better. Next thing you know, it's like, so he's the Wedding Crasher, right? And he's the only white guy there, and he's walking up to everybody. How you doing, Mikey Mike? Hey, how you doing? I'm Mikey Mike, Mikey Mike. And I'm filming this shit, right? Goes over to the cocktail, the buffet shit, with the food. He's pouring himself champagne and stuff, and he's smiling. He's going like this. Okay, so, that was pretty good, but it gets better, right? Since the guy was my buddy, I told him, listen, bro, I'm doing this video with Mikey Mike. You don't mind. And we, no, Dave, shit, I love you, bro. Do whatever you want, right? Next thing you know, it's the first dance. What happens? Mikey Mike cuts in and starts dancing with the bride during the first dance. Mikey Mike, the Wedding Crasher, is now dancing with the bride. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen on video. Because, look, you don't know it's a setup, but here he is, the only white guy in the room. Ready? Gets even better. At African American weddings, anybody who wants to make a speech can make a speech. What happens next? Freaking Mikey Mike. Does anybody else want to talk? Mikey Mike grabs the mic, and he's making a speech. I don't really know you guys that well, but congratulations. It was so good. Here's how it ended. The bride and groom are cutting the cake, and Mikey Mike is in between them, behind them, waving and shit. Mikey Mike, the Wedding Crasher, the only white guy at the whole wedding. Hey, Taurus. So anyway, I can't, it was that video was on VHS, but Mikey Mike was, I'll tell you how me and Mikey Mike ended. I think I may have told you this story. We're on our way to Game Show Radio one night, and this guy cut him off. We were about to get on Route 3, past the Meadowlands, this and that. This guy cuts him off. He starts losing his mind. Starts flooring it after the guy. Now he cuts the guy off. Right on the off-ramp on Route 3. And he stops. The guy has to stop. He's right behind us. Dude, I was like, is this for real or what? Mikey Mike gets out of his car with a hammer and goes right over to the guy. They're both outside. I'm like, oh my God, we're never going to make it today. I just worked all weekend on this show. I'm going to jail. And I let him have it so bad. I'm like, you're done, bro. I'm done with you. So I'm done with this, man. I can't deal with your anger issues. It's like, talk about road rage. I was like so pissed off. And now we got to go do this show, in the city. And I was just in the worst mood. It's like, he's supposed to be there to keep me calm, keep me happy. His job, there were people that came to the show because I was doing it live from the Hawaiian Tropic Zone in Times Square. This is like a theme restaurant, Hawaiian Tropic Zone. And his job was, we had people that came to visit the show. So, and they'd come on. So He'd get him food, put him in the green room. I'll come get you when you're on. Yeah, I made him like the producer. He was, he was telling everybody he's the producer of game show radio. Made him happy. I was happy for him. It gave him a little identity. He had all his mobster friends come down all the time. Everybody loved Mikey Mike. But after that night, man, I was like, I'm done with this guy. I mean, I can't do this shit. I mean, it wasn't his first rodeo. Trust me. There were a lot of times where, he embarrassed me for no reason. And, I just, that was it. I just didn't want to deal with him no more. I don't need that shit. I have 2 young kids at home. It's like, I'm too old to play this road rage game. This guy was just out of his mind. He was looking to, if you're going to carry a gun, there's got to be a reason why you're going to do that. You want to shoot somebody. Why else, man? Don't you want to pull it out and, like a fucking Western? What am I missing here? Bill and Aggie gotta go. Bye, girl. Love you, Taurus. Brains, haha, Swiss. You're all crazy. That's what I love. Keep my old friends. I'll be back tomorrow. Where you headed, Taurus? Does Bill? I know Bill's getting his operation tomorrow, right? I posted a new collective reading earlier. I got some new cards. Good. Okay, good. Good, Taurus. Good. That's good. She needs a good fart, man. Stomach bothering you there, Taurus? Shit, I haven't even eaten yet. Oof. I don't know why, but every time I look in the mirror, I think of Scuffy Frank now and his comments about me.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dust to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got the dues in life to pay. Yeah, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know everybody says you got the dues to know how it half my life's in books, written pages, live and learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me.
Milk bloat, huh? That's a new one. Guys must be excited. 4th of July week coming up, baby. Tomorrow's Tuesday already. Boom. Time to put on the bikini. Sure, Rizzer's going to be wearing his sock-filled G-string. Yeah, fireworks. You know what bothers me? Like, waking up the next day after the 4th of July and reading in the paper all the people that blew themselves up. You guys ever see that shit? Oh, this guy, no. It's like, moron. One of the best players on the Giants blew off like 3-4 fingers during 4th of July. I forgot who it was. He was a really good player, and he like blew off his fingers. 4th of July. Stay away from the fireworks, guys, please. I can tell you a fireworks story real quick. My brother-in-law used to do the real good fireworks. He had those canisters, so it would be like a piece of wood with different pipes or whatever that you drop the firework in, and then you light them. So he lit them, and well, the first time what happened was, as he was lighting the last one, the thing tips over. It wasn't like mounted or fastened, and the fucking fireworks started shooting at us. My brother was there. It was scary shit, man. That shit was coming right at you. It was like, you know. But then one other time was even worse. Maybe 2 years later. Oh, yeah, come on, Dave. Let's go do some fireworks. All right, Kenny. You sure you want to do this? Yeah. What happened? Same thing. This time he fastened them. So we were safe from the thing tipping over. But one of the pipes, when the firework must have been a dud, and the thing just blew. And the shrapnel came right at us. Hit me in the arm, cut me good. I got a little scar that lasted a couple of years. But it hit my brother-in-law right across the nose. He was bleeding like a... Forget it. I mean, his whole... And he still has it. I mean, you know... Total scar on his nose from what? I could, you know, another inch, the guy would have been blind. He got lucky, all right. He really got lucky. I mean, he still has a scar on his nose. All these years later, never went away. That was some deep cut he got right on his nose. I mean, imagine if it hit him in the eye, he'd be blind. For what? For what? It's like, you know what? That's what I say, man. You know, when I was younger, I did a lot of crazy shit. No doubt. But as you get older, you realize you want to, like, walk on eggshells, man. You want to live. And, like, you don't want to get hurt. Shit, I get a paper cut. I'm, like, miserable. You know what I mean? You ever get a paper cut? It's like, it'll ruin your day. T-Ray and Riz are having a love affair right before our very eyes. Maybe I'll do their wedding. Me and T-Ray will fly to the UK and give him a discount. And... paper cuts stink. Yeah. So anyway, does anybody want to talk to me about anything that's going on that I have no control over at this point? Does anybody want to call in? Talk to me, or we could just, you know, we can call this chat night. You guys could talk to each other, you know. I didn't really come here with any material tonight. Y'all some nosy people, that's all I'm saying. We're just playing with you. We know he's far, far, far away in another time zone. It is kind of cool. If you're on our Discord, you see the two of them going at it with their, you know, their cartoons. Good stuff. Hey, there's the call-in number. Thank you, Dina. I'll go in the chat too. I'd rather be in the chat than sitting in this chair, I'll tell you that. So, what else can I tell you? I hope this shit works out with Andrea. It's definitely on my mind. You know? I mean... That's for a phone call, you get a phone call. he is. Tell us about it.
About what?
How much weed did you smoke with Scuffy Frank?
He's in Florida. I'm in Jersey.
Well, what were you doing at his house?
I wasn't at his house.
Oh, I thought you said you went to visit him.
No, I went to his channel for the first
you went to
time.
his channel.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been there. No, seriously, I've been there like 8 to 10 times, but every time was a clown. And I finally caught him there, and he was talking a little bit about me, but that's okay. Some good stuff. He's very mad about that whole thing about with Andrea, where he was predicting what was going to happen. But yeah, so you haven't heard from her? That's not good.
Let me ask you something. What was the prediction? I don't even know what the bet was or the prediction.
Oh, do you really want to know? It's kind of weird.
No, yeah, I do. I want to
He
know.
was
'Cause
saying-
I was listening to it.
You want to
and I
know?
was like,
Okay. He was saying it was over because you stayed out till 5 in the morning or something. But that really wasn't what you guys were fighting about. But he didn't know that. But the thing was, what was I going to say? Yeah, he insisted it's over, move on, you screwed up. And I was just, and he goes, I says, and then I typed this joke. I thought it was a great joke. I typed, taking dating advice from Frank is like taking mental health advice from Barry.
I remember that.
And he got really pissed.
I remember that.
And then he was just, I'm never wrong, and this and that. And then he was wrong because that night Andrea texted you. Then the next night you were on with her. And then the next time she was saying that guy wasn't all he was cracked up to be. But who knows? If you haven't heard from her, that's weird.
Yeah. I have heard from her.
Okay, good.
But it's, I'm not, a lot of things get lost in translation when it comes to texting.
Yeah.
I'm more of a, I like to talk to people on the phone still.
Mm-hmm.
The texting thing, it's hard to get a feel for that.
Right.
But I'm okay. Though.
What, is she upset about something?
In a weird way, she'll tell you I had my chance.
Okay.
Maybe I still do.
So
I
maybe
don't.
she feels slighted, maybe, or something.
But you know what the funny thing is, Tony? I'll just, like, in my mind, okay, she was a girl that I had total respect for. We all loved her. We all loved her, right?
Absolutely.
I loved her as much as you guys did, and I was sitting right next to her. And it doesn't, it's not really it was one of those things that, like, we'll see how the relationship materializes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not just jump into bed together. And,
Right.
It didn't have to be like, look, I've done that. This was a little different for me because here she is and the family's watching.
Right. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like I've never experienced a relationship.
I think you handled it well. You pretty much clearly said, like, you thought, like, you would be hard to handle as a guy, a significant other, and that would probably mess everything up. That you'd mess it up. You took responsibility yourself, and then you also was saying all along, like, you really didn't want to have a girlfriend. You're at a stage of your life where you like your freedom and stuff. So, you never misrepresented yourself, and it just, if it doesn't happen, I guess. But my feeling is it's only like the second or third inning. There's a lot of game to be played, and who knows what happens at the end. You two might be together,
You never know. But what I was just thinking was, I wasn't really dating anybody since I met her.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my last girlfriend because I started live streaming and I was on every night till 1 o'clock in the morning. You know that. And we just drifted apart right there. We spoke, we kept talking, but, you could see things weren't headed in the right direction for us. And then I met her, and now I found somebody who actually wants to sit next to me and do this with me.
Right. That's a big thing. Yeah.
You see what I
Good point.
mean? And somebody yes, I'm attracted to, and I love her whole personality, the way she is in real life. IRL, what you see is what you get. The dancing, the positive energy, all of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I enjoyed the interaction with her, and I knew the family was, everybody was always like, you know, we love Andrea. Even Charlie was always like, I hate you, I love Andrea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I thought, in my own mind, which I have a warped mind to begin with, since I wasn't dating anybody and her and I were spending a lot of time together, kind of felt like she was already my girlfriend.
Right. Yeah, you're really almost like a couple.
Although we weren't sleeping together.
Right. That was probably a good move. Who knows? I don't know.
I'll tell you right now.
I don't know. You know about me, but I been married to my high school sweetheart my whole life. So like 38 years or something like that. So I have no experience with any of this shit, you know. So I'm the exact opposite of dating and all the things you guys talk about. That hasn't happened in my life.
Man, it's pouring now.
Now pouring out down there.
Yeah, it's pouring here. The cloud must be
We had some big thunder, like really loud, like shaking the house today, and it's raining up here too.
But here's what I wanted to say. Because we were spending all this time together, and she was my lady friend, I haven't been really looking for any other women. Like, I'm not on the dating sites.
Right.
You know, I go out, but in my mind, I'm still going home.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people.
I know what you're saying. So you weren't making a move, but you also weren't. You were just content at the stage of just being friends and not having anyone else right now.
A lot of people would take a bet that I had slept with her a couple of times, of nights that I shut down the stream and I stayed with her. But I didn't. I wound up going home. And I did that for a reason. I just, like, dude, is your picture 2 working? What's going on with you? I'm like, you know what? This is definitely a different situation for me.
Right.
You know, it's not what it seems here. You know? But then you
I can hear it right now. I can hear
what
it.
I was saying, here was the disappointment
She's
for
saying
me.
you had your shot, you didn't take it, that it's over because she has somebody now. Is that what she's trying to make a point of?
Here's what I'm saying, Pete. I wasn't looking for any other women at the time, and I thought, we'll play this out, see how it goes. So when she met Vio Marsala, it took me by
Mario Marsala. I like that name. Mario Marsala,
whatever. It just took me by surprise, and I was like, wow. It's almost like, kind of was like, boom. Fell on the sword kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
that was
douchebag would say.
And she was so smitten that night she spoke about him. She was like really like, woo. And she wasn't acting. She really liked the guy.
I was like, when the fuck did this happen?
That happened quick.
Like, I turned my back and boom. Mashed potatoes. So anyway, but then, I thought about it. I was like, man, you know what? I love being single, and I'm happy for her.
Right.
But then she told us the other night that the guy had a lot of red flags, right?
Right, yeah. It was just as dramatic. Yeah, the pendulum swung completely the other way, just as dramatically.
See, that's the thing about Florida, too, man. There's so many... It's a weird place. You turn your back and
so many people are
everybody's with everybody.
All your friends are not married. Like, it's weird. They're all, like, separated. No one's married. It's like, and they're all the same age. It's, like, very odd,
Anyway, I don't know if she's with this guy or not.
Right.
Last weekend her sister was ill. This weekend she has something else going on.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I believe everything. I believe every word
how
people
she's
tell
talking to you, what she's talking to you about, what's going on. But if she said to you, oh, you had your shot, to me that says 2 things. One is you know, well, the main thing it's saying to me is that she really still wants you to take the shot. I think that's it. She's like, I think she said, come on, one more chance, take your shot. But you don't want to, so, you know, it's hard, but, you know, you got to do it, like, you got to look, you know, down the next, you know, few years what you want to be doing, and if you want to be single and enjoying that, you know. I wouldn't. I mean, if it was me, I would date her because she's very good. I mean, you're not going to find so many people like her. She's not materialistic and you know,
here's Norma.
funny. And,
I love Norma.
She
She's
makes
going to
a
come
ravioli
in.
in a can,
Norma's going
you
to
know,
come
she's
in
that
now,
great
call
cook,
me a
very easy to
pedophile, a
stand,
drug
like
addict.
that.
Norma, we know you. We know you. You're one finger away from getting tossed, okay? Nothing to be ashamed of, baby. I didn't sleep with her and say goodbye. Shit, what did I do wrong? You should be ashamed of yourself, David.
That might be, what's her name? Callie. She types in all caps.
What's that?
Norma typed in all caps like Callie does.
I'm not ashamed of myself. If anything, I'm proud of myself that I was able to hold back and, like, do the right thing. And, like, you know, and then somebody's like, listen, you guys are adults. So what happens? You sleep together, you have a good night of sin or great sex, and then you move on like every other day. You know, so what are you really doing here, Davey? I mean, this is what my friends are saying. They're watching this shit. You know how many of my friends watch this show? It's like a soap opera to them. I mean, they're calling me on it.
It's going well. It's definitely going well.
My guys from New
I
York.
like the pickleball. I like the pickleball stuff. For
Shit,
sure.
I had a guy today who was like at the pickleball court. He was like, "What's up with that girl?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What do you mean?" You know, like,
It's like a whole culture. There's a lot to chew there. A lot on the bone. There's a lot going on. A lot of personalities are willing to talk. You know, there's all kinds of different people, and a lot of them have had very interesting backgrounds. I mean, you got a lot there to. I think it's interesting. You got to get that kind of audience watching too somehow.
well, I'll tell you. You know what's funny? My videos, the short ones, Calusa Park has their own friend group on Facebook.
Oh, nice. No,
So
nice,
my
nice.
videos
That's smart,
wind
yeah.
up in that
Nice job.
friend group. There's like 1,000 people in there. And now I'm
Yeah,
saying,
that's the way. Yeah, that's smart. That's a whole different kind of audience.
right, and
It's
now
more
I'm saying the
personal
world
Facebook,
famous
you know, it's more
Calusa
family,
Park.
friends.
And they're
They
like,
test
they're,
for
you
that,
know, all
man.
of a sudden I'm like this, you know, I'm the tan man of Calusa Park, man.
Absolutely.
They're all watching the
That's
video.
easy.
So, you know, it's pretty cool when I go there. Everybody's like, dude, I love your videos. I love your videos. I mean, that's
Nice, nice.
You know
they
what's
want to
funny,
see
bro?
the internet. I'm sure. Just keep putting people in it. Don't, you know, just even if you flash them, they probably want to see that. People love to see themselves. You ever watch, like, home movies or put out pictures with your family? You're always looking for yourself. Like, where am I? Where am I? You know, people want to be seen. That'd be good. But, dude, this afternoon there's so many courts, and they're all full. It's crazy. You know, in the middle of the day when it's hot, you know, that's wild, dude.
You know, I ran into some people today that, you know, want to play me now on the video.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
You know, I'm like, hey, get in line. But the reason why I
Well,
do
you
what I
gotta,
do,
you gotta get a better balance. You haven't been playing. You admitted it yourself. I feel you gotta, like, do your pickleball stuff in the day, work hard, and then you come out back at night and do this, like delayed gratification, like do the hard shit. You know, definitely keep your game up. Don't let your game go. You're a good player, you know.
you know
But
what,
like
it's
you
like
said,
riding,
these guys
listen,
coming
you know
quick.
what, Tone? It's like, it really is like riding a bike, but in the end, it's so freaking hot here right now.
I
mean,
know.
If you saw my shirt today, it was completely. You can wring the shit out. I mean, I love
I
sweating
know.
like that. I don't
I
mind
couldn't
doing
do it.
that.
I couldn't do it.
I mean, Bart, man,
What
I
else?
took the mic off him. It
In
was
the
like
winter,
so.
well, what is it like there in the winter? Is it like double the amount of people?
Oh yeah, you got all, right now. It's great here because all the people go home to New York, Canada, wherever they come from, and
Yeah.
the snowbirds come around Thanksgiving, and then you know
Yeah.
it's hard to get a parking spot.
Can't even get parking spots.
You know, restaurants right now, like Andrea and I go to that Mexican restaurant on Monday. There's nobody there but us.
Right.
Around Thanksgiving, you can't even get in there.
Yeah. I go in like that. And the food's pretty expensive, it seems like. Everything's expensive.
But the reason why I do what I do, like, you know, I just want to reinforce who you guys are, you know, have in front of you. When I say to people, tell them who I am. Because these people these people really do.
Dude. You know, you don't have to prove that, but you're constantly, you know, showing great things. Your stories are good. You got a lot going on. It's like a good variety of stuff going on. It's not like the Groundhog Day type of thing, you know?
I'm just saying, you know, the people that I say, tell them who I am, you know, when it comes to the pickleball, because I'm like, you know, I'm like a celebrity at the pickleball courts.
Nice.
You know?
It's got a funny name, pickleball.
That's the problem with the whole sport, the name.
Yeah. I can see what you're saying, though. The ball's like wiffle ball and big and light, so you can't really overhit it. It's hard to overhit it. That probably makes it much more fun.
Well, you can definitely overhit the ball. You know, I always say less is more in this game because, you know, what you do really.
The people look pretty good from what I see. They look like they all got skill. You know,
a lot of these people, they're there every night. Now, Ronnie, the guy you met who was doing the push-ups on the bench, this guy plays twice a day. When I met him, we played singles, and we played to the death. I wound up beating him, but under the lights and everything, and they actually were ready.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great match. Him and I, he's fast as lightning, this guy. And you know, that's why I met him, because his buddy Richie, who I actually have to reach out to, it's his birthday. My good friend Richie owns a hotel out here. Good friend of mine. You've seen him. He's a little overweight. I was training with him for a while. But, yeah, he's a great guy, Richie. And, you know, we met. I mean, Richie's like, why, you want to play my, you know, because I was with somebody, and they're like, this is the Tan Man. And Ronnie's like, I'll play him in singles. I was like, you want to play me in singles? And it turned out we knew all the same people back in New York, and, you know, the ski mountain that he was telling you about, that he, you know, did the snowboarding and everything. You can see that mountain from my family compound. The porch.
Oh yeah. Those I knew those Hunter Mountain, all those. Yeah, those are the ones that people in New York would go to.
Right. If
they were fantastic, you know, famous mountains, but that's where the people went.
Right.
There would be bus trips, right? Every weekend, bus trips up to those.
Well,
you have the side, big ski trips. It was fun.
You have the side of the Catskills that has all those hotels that I used to work in, but the other side, the Woodstock, Route 28, Kingston, you go straight up Route 28. You know, you pass, you know, beautiful.
Yeah, we would go up there to the Catskills and the Poconos, and then my friends, most of the guys I knew, like, were hunters, and they would go to the Catskills and have hunting cabins and stuff, which were just old broken down houses, really. But
you know
that was a big part of the thing back then.
You know what? I'll tell you, Tony. I had a really good friend up there. His name was Richie, also different Richie. The guy, his father owned apartment buildings in New Rochelle, and his father passed away and left the buildings to Richie and his siblings.
Nice.
So Richie, he got like $10,000 a month in just like a, what do they call that? Trust fund?
Yeah, like a payout, a monthly
$10,000 a month.
Payout.
One day I was up there. I just got divorced, and I was up there with my cousin Mindy and my sister, and we were eating in this restaurant, and I went outside to have a smoke, and there's Richie. We became instant brothers right then and there. I wound up hanging out with Richie for like, I don't know, 6 months. Not, you know, I would stay. He had the nicest cabin. He had Klondike bears in there. You know those giant bears that people shoot in Alaska? The white ones?
You gotta be careful of those.
This guy had stuff, you know, he had the guns on the wall. He had a pool table room. We partied like rock stars, me and him. We'd go out, we hooked up. It was great. And this is right after my divorce. It was like, he was perfect for me. And he had all this money, bro. He would buy a cheeseburger and leave the girl a $50 tip.
Nice.
He didn't care. He was just burning money.
Yeah, he's going to get more the next month. Probably still getting it.
I remember, like, in the football pool, you know, like during the Super Bowl, he'd buy like 50 boxes. You know, like
Yeah.
$50.
Good to know a guy like that that buy a lot of boxes.
But anyway, the reason why I bring him up, right? And it was just his birthday yesterday. I wished him a happy birthday. Also, what he would do is it would just be me and him. He's like, Dave, you hungry? I'm like, yeah. What do you got? This guy, what he would do, he's have hunters, his friends that were hunters, come stay at his cabin. And this was not a cabin, bro. It was more like a hotel. It was like three different rooms. There was a bar, pool table. You go down more, TV room with all the animals in it, 3 bedrooms.
Wow.
It was really beautiful. He had the ATVs, the guns. We'd stand on the deck and shoot. And, you know, he had targets set up right from the terrace. We would just shoot the, you know, rifles and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, with the ATVs. But he'd say, you hungry? And boom, he loved to cook. And he was so used to cooking for like a group of guys, like 30, 40 people. He'd make like, just for him and I, he'd make like 10 cheeseburgers, 20 hot dogs. I mean, it was like, Richie, what are you doing?
You didn't know well, he was Italian, all right?
He was Italian. Oh, big time. Big time. And you know, he would just, he's like, just eat what you want. It would be like, I'm like, who's going to eat all this? He's like, don't worry, it'll be in the refrigerator if you want it later. And then at night, I did a lot of editing. Like I was editing and, you know, I'd go down in the far room and I'd edit. And he'd come down. He's like, Dave, you hungry? This is like at midnight and shit. Now he'd make me homemade Cinnabons.
Wow.
They were unbelievable.
Homemade
There were like
ones,
12 of them.
Let me ask you a question about your wedding business. Did you ever have like a catastrophic failure where you couldn't deliver like something good to them?
No. I mean, you know, maybe there was a dance missed or a speech, but
Yeah,
never,
that's
you know,
fine.
never anything.
I thought
where
maybe,
I had
you
to,
know,
like,
someday, you know.
I couldn't
Well, now it's
sleep.
all digital and shit. I guess you got a lot of backup.
Look, you know what? There have been times where, Uncle Joe grabs the mic and runs up and makes a speech while you're out having a smoke. So you know what I
one
do?
part was you passed the microphone around there. Everyone says something. That was a big
that's
thing.
what
Right?
I did. If I missed, let's say somebody, you missed Uncle Joe's speech. I'm like, what? It's like, I told you, anything happens, come get me.
Right.
You know? I'm going to go out and have a smoke. If anything's going to happen, come get me. So what I'll do is I'll go back over to Uncle Joe, and I'll just say, bro, can you repeat what you just said?
Do it again.
Yeah. You know,
So?
nothing I never
Relax,
had to
Uncle
worry about.
Joe. Relax.
Nothing
They call those women like that bridezillas.
Right.
They can't, they go, you know, it's still, I don't know if there's a bridezillas now, but people spend a lot on that shit. And all the bachelor parties and the bachelorette parties seem like they're even destinations. You know, I know you said yours was in Vegas. Wow, that sounds like a good one. With 15 guys, oh my God.
Let me just finish up with
Pretty
Richie.
wild.
The reason why I brought him up is because these guys, and I was there a couple of times with his friends when they all came, and it was like 20 guys staying at the place, and I would come over. He's like, Davey, come on over, man. My friends are here. I want you to meet my friends. And, you know, I lived about 15, my family property was about 15 minutes away. So I would go there, and these guys would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and sit in these tree stands at below zero.
Oh, yeah.
You know, tree stands.
I never
bro,
liked it.
And you can't make a sound. And it's freaking
I know.
below
And the
zero.
scent is a big thing, too, the scent.
And these guys are freaking sitting up there. It's below zero, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, who does that? But
Yeah, you're like, let's play cards, right? Have some coffee.
it's not. Look,
We
I'm
did
not,
that
I'm
one
like-
time, and no one went hunting.
I've never
You
shot an
know,
animal before.
I wasn't going to hunt, but everyone just hung out. You know what it was? Because I don't hunt. We went up to my friend's place skiing. All the guys with their girlfriends, and me and my wife were the only ones that skied. There was like 6 couples. I was like, what the fuck? They just hung out, drank, and played cards. And
Well, Richie would cook for all of them. But the thing that I remember, you know, besides them being up in those tree stands and they couldn't make a sound and all of that shit, and below zero, it's like they're freezing to death, these guys. You know, but Richie would say, come here, I want to show you something. He'd take me to his garage, and he'd have 4 or 5 deers hanging by their feet with the blood dripping down.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, they were butchering them, right? Eating
Like
them.
fucking Bambi and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, if you ever looked at any of the meat that we eat, we just had some delicious steaks tonight, but it's really gruesome, what we're doing with that. But I don't know. It's really tasty.
Yeah. Anyway, Chief, thanks for calling in, man. I love you, brother.
Absolutely, man. Good
Thanks for
talking to you. I
clearing
hope
that
everything
up, man.
keeps going in the right direction. So have a good night.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I mean, when I heard Scuffy Frank talking about my conversations with Cali Girl, you brought up that, look, I know when she calls in, it's content. Do I need that kind of content? I mean, it's content for you guys, because you all can hate on her and shit. For me, I don't know how to react to this, because she calls me off stream, too. And she apologizes, and I know I'm rambling on, Tan Man. I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing, and I'm like, Kelly, you really just got to slow down a little bit. It's like, you let somebody else talk. It's like you don't stop, and it goes on and on and on. So, she says she's going to try and change her ways. I don't even care. Does it matter? Like I said, I'm not doing this to hurt anybody. Even her. She wants to go hang with the Tan Man. I mean, the hat. Because I did say to her, I said, listen, Callie, the guy's using you for content. He's coming at you with dog lover shit because he knows you're a dog lover. And she's like, you know what? You're right. I'm like, what do you think he's doing? You think he gives a shit? Oh, it's pouring right now. All right, let me play a quick song and we'll come back.
I was blown away. What could I say? It all seemed to make sense. You're taking away everything, and I can't deal with that. I try to see the good in life, but good things in life are hard to find. We'll blow it away, blow it away. Can we make this something good? Well, I try to do it right this time around, and let's start over. I try to do it right this time around. It's not over, 'cause a part of me is dead and in the ground. This love is killing me, but you're the only one. It's not over. Taking all I can take, and I cannot wait. We're wasting too much time being strong, holding on. Can't let it bring us down. My life with you means everything, so I won't give up that easily. I'll blow it away, blow it away. Can we make this something good? 'Cause it's all misunderstood. Well, I try to do it right this time around, and let's start over. I try to do it right this time around. It's not over, 'cause a part of me is dead and in the ground. This love is killing me, but you're the only one. It's not over.
I'll tell you, last night's show, I played 75 songs. Shit, how many songs did we play last night? The video got blocked. Got blocked. Why? One song got blocked. That blocked the whole video. All the other songs partially blocked in Russia. Yeah, they won't let you play it in Russia. Okay, no problem. Oh, that's great. Brad Massachusetts? Yeah, he's a great guy, man. I love that guy. All I got to do is point to you and he'll rip your head off, but he's a great guy. The song that got me blocked was Simon and Garfunkel, Mrs. Robinson. One song. Went right down the list. You know, I'm looking for the one. Maybe sometimes there's two. It was just one. Out of all the music I played last night, one song got that video blocked. We're like, what the Frank? Simon and Garfunkel? You know, from the movie Mrs. Robinson. I mean, I took it out. I think it's back online now. Not that it's... No, the best part about that show last night, and I watched maybe the first 10 minutes, is when I was like, you know, if you like pina colada, all the songs I was playing with my stories, I really love doing that. I think that's what makes me a little unique as far as what we're doing when we're here in the studio. Boy, it's like a monsoon out there now, baby. Shit. So you guys got plans? Anybody want to share with us on the stream your plans for 4th of July weekend? I don't even have any plans. You know, I'll probably hang out with Bart, or somebody wants me to come to a picnic at the beach, play some beach volleyball. Sounds good to me. But like I said, it's just another day. You know, every day's a holiday here. There was one day I was on the stream and I kept saying it was Tuesday when it was Wednesday. I'm like, hey, happy Tuesday. They're like, dude, it's Wednesday. Anybody would want to respond to Samuel Slapper Service? You dirty. Come here, bro. Go stand in the rain. You'll clean right up. Yeah, Marianne, that was fun. I wonder what happened to Charlie. I bet he's watching. Probably hiding under the bed for some reason. I'll tell you, you know, during the 4th of July here, because fireworks are legal here, you can buy them anywhere. Shit, they got them. You can buy them at the gas station. They blow this town up, man. Maybe you got a girlfriend. World Octopus, huh? You can have whatever she wants. Yeah, Charlie's probably on another channel somewhere. Found a new pigeon. You know what I mean? I'm too small time for Charlie. Troll of the year. I mean, I know Stuffy Frank does his award shows, and maybe Charlie will win Troll of the Year. Let's see who's on tonight, Q-Ray. Report back, baby. Who's on? Who do we got tonight? Power Washer Magazine. Tony, man, you're a funny dude. That's a good one. Next time he calls, I'm going to tell him I'm with Power Washer Magazine. You know, I love telling him that, you know, we saw on the news that most psychopaths live in Georgia, and they're power washers. That's funny stuff. That's all right. You know, the one thing I want you guys to say to people, and, you know, if you ever think of this, just, you know, somebody messes with you, or maybe it's a guy or something, you know, just say, you're done. I love that. You're done. You're done. Oh, the Skank's on tonight? Wow. Every time I see that, Sparty pops in and says, don't be, this channel is, keep it healthy, keep it real, Tan Man. You're a good spirit. Don't go down that rabbit hole. And I'm saying to myself, why is this guy watching that channel? Why is he in her chat? I mean, am I missing something here? You come over here and you start, telling me what I'm doing wrong and shit. Meanwhile, you're living over there. She's living in his head. Exactly. He wore out his welcome. Nobody wore out their welcome here. Only one did. Two. One never came, and the other one came and went. I saw that hat walk down the street the other day. He was, is that a cowboy hat? I didn't even see the body. I just saw the hat. I was like, and there he is. And there it is. On his way to Saturday Night Live. Poor Spartan. I try to talk him out of it, but I mean, you move on. Look, Andrea dumps me. Shit. You'll be hearing about somebody pretty quick. That's Florida. You saw the girl I was playing with today, you would have been like, who? But, I don't want to make it seem like that. Because, I'm not done yet. I'm not ready to jump shit. All I got to do is go on my dating site. And you know what? I'm going to put you on the dating site with me. We're all going to screen these women together. I'll show you all my matches. And you can say A, B, C, or D. And then we'll reach out to them together. And then I'll go on a date with them and see if they'll let me live stream it. Hey, listen, I'm a live streamer. Can I live stream our date? See how that goes. Kink Master Jefferson. That's a new name. I love dating sites. I think it's fun. But I won't go out on a date with anybody until I see them on, the video chat. Because I'm not playing that game again. No way. Oh, he's Donnie R. Everybody's got 50 names on here. Well, that's why I'm on the Facebook dating. I like that one the best. Because, what I'll do is I'll share my Facebook dating profile. It says share your profile with the person. And I'll share that with them. So now they can see I was real. Shit, I've been on there for 10 years. You know what I mean? It's not like I just showed up and I'm a fake profile. I mean, that's how it works, You know who's fake. Women that are selling you the Bitcoin and stuff. Been there, done that. Right away, they want to get you over to WhatsApp. Oh, I'm not here that often. Would you rather talk to me on WhatsApp? I'm like, you're fake. You're not trying to sell me Bitcoin, are you? I don't really need a family history, but if you go on the Facebook dating app and they share their profile with you, you can see that they're real, at least. It's not like they're just... I'm telling you, people steal profile pictures or pictures off the internet and make profiles with them. And, oh shit, she's hot. The next thing you know, they're selling you Bitcoin. Or what do they call that? Something, I don't know, some kind of Barry will tell you. That's why, Bitcoin and all that, look, I'm sure it's great for the people who have it. They know what they're doing. You know, but when you mention Bitcoin to me, right away my mind goes to these scammers that I've dealt with on Facebook. Not that I ever fell for it, but I have gone over to WhatsApp with them, and boy, they have all the tricks, man. I mean, they really come at you hard, and you know, I could string them along. I like stringing them along. Oh yeah, well, blockchain wallets. That's what it is. I want to teach you blockchain wallets. You mean, oh, but you love me, but unless I study my blockchain wallet with you, you don't want to know me anymore. You're wasting your time with me because I don't want to do blockchain. Like, can I do it tomorrow? Can you send me another picture? They send you all these, like, you know, seductive pictures and shit. It's not even them. And then they have a way of, like, actually doing a video call with you, and it's not really them either. I don't know, maybe it's their niece who's sitting in the chair saying, and it only lasts for, like, a minute. Oh, gotta go. You know? So busy doing blockchain. You know, everybody's scamming you. Yeah, what I did was, D, I said that, hey, I'm real. A lot of people, a lot of the women on, like, Facebook dating didn't think I was real. They're like, are you real? You know, everybody thinks I'm, you know, with the, you know, with the picture and all that I have on there. They're pretty good pictures of me. Nothing you guys haven't seen in Discord, but, you know, it's one of those things where they're like, you know, they think I'm AI. And so I started my profile by saying, yes, I'm not a scam, I'm real. Catfish. There's Lone. Anybody here ever been catfished? Did you just get back from your run? Is it raining in Miami? Can't trust anybody, you know? I mean, I trust everybody till, I trust everybody till I have a reason not to trust everybody. I'm like the opposite. I'll trust you till I don't trust you. You know? To fight, always fighting for women's honor. Tylone, I've watched the show. Marianne, you watched the Catfish show? And you lose all your teeth? No. Periodontal disease. I think that happened to Cowboy. I mean, you know, he paid a lot of money for those teeth. He told me, he's like, you know, those teeth cost him like shit ton of money. Maybe $100,000. I don't know what he said, but you know, he got coming on still. Does it come on still? Yeah, he has dentures for sure. Oh, by the way, send me that tracking link for the shirt. Sorry, baby. Yes, I will. I'll get it to you. T-Ray. Got you. You gonna wear the Black Sabbath t-shirt for 4th of July? That'll be cool. Can't wait to get that picture of you. You gotta send us a picture with the shirt on, though. That's part of the stipulation. CB teeth almost fell about out of his mouth. Well, he had, like, what he had was they were, what do they call those, you know, until his real ones were ready, they were loners. I think they came from somebody else's mouth. Like they loaned him somebody else's teeth till his real ones came. Man, fucked up on his teeth. I'll take one of me rock climbing in this shirt. Okay, that's cool. That'll be good. Whatever you got to do, just send us that picture. I got to put it in the Discord. Right, temps. That's what I meant. Well, they were replacements, you know. Then he was like, dude, I got a contract from the guy who made him the teeth. Every time he smiled, he was going to get $25. Cadaver. I'm glad you guys are here with me tonight, man. we're gonna see what happens with Andrea. I don't know. I got this shit in my head. I don't know why. She is definitely rented space in my head, man. You know, I'm still trying to figure out, you know, who she is. Next time I see her, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna be like, who are you?
I woke up in a Soho store where a policeman knew my name. He said, "You can't go sleep at home tonight if you can get up and walk away." I staggered back to the underground and the breeze blew back my hair. I remember throwing punches around and raging from my chair. Well, who are you? I really want to know. Tell me, who are you? 'Cause I really want to know. I took the tube back out of town, back to the rolling pin. I felt a little like a dying clown with a sweet orange in. I stayed back and I hiccups and looked back on my busy day. 11 hours in the tip and goodness God.
I spoke to Barry today. You know that moron called me at 2 o'clock in the morning last night? I'm like, I see my phone ringing at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, who the fuck? It's Barry at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, what's this guy, insane? And then he called me today on the way to the pickleball court. He's doing great, by the way. He's doing really good. You know, he's always doing good. His show's about to pop on, you know, some network I never heard of. He said that it's on all the planes and all the airports. You'll be seeing them when you're pumping gas. You ever see those little TVs? You know, when you're pumping gas and they're like all of a sudden you're watching fucking TV while you're gassing up. I said, you know, he's telling me about all these channels he's going to be on. I'm like, dude, I never even heard of this shit. What's CTV? You know? Like, oh, you ever see those TVs when you're gassing up or when you're in the airport or when you're, you know, you're going to be all over that shit. Millions of viewers. It's great, man. Happy for you. You know, he's done with this show because we're too small. Small potatoes. You know. Well, he's done here. He's been warned, you know. His star is too bright to come in here and get lambasted. You know. Not in his DNA anymore. He moved way past us. But I still keep in touch with him. You know. I honestly, you know, I give him a lot of respect. Because, again, he took an illness. And he showed me his book. Just came out with a book. You know? I forgot the title. I think it was like How My Penis Got Bigger Than My Head. Something like that. Or How I Did It. Or How I Screwed Her. Yeah, he has a book. He has a book out. It's How I Did It by Barry. Uh-oh, here's Moon Sun. Moon Soon. You call him Pinocchio? I know he's done some good things for some good people, so And, you know, I respect him. He does what he can. Yeah, I called him once. I needed help with something. He tried to help me. You know, what's up, Moon? He is who he is, man. He's a good kid. He's like a younger brother to me. I'm like a dad to him. It's kind of weird. You know, but I'll tell you this. Honestly, I dream about live streaming now. I freaking dream about this shit. It's like in my dreams. I'm dreaming about live streaming. I can't really explain it, but it's like, you know, I don't know if it's in the studio or what, but I know I've been dreaming about live streaming. Weird shit. What do you mean would I want anything else? To dream about live streaming? I mean, I'm doing this shit so much that I'm dreaming about it now. Like, I'm on the air in my fucking sleep. Moonsoon, why don't you tell us, baby, who are you? What's funny, Riz? Yesterday when you came on and I saw you were here, and right away you said Rush, and I was like, okay, here's Rizzer. Let me play a Rush. Let me play a Rush song. What do you say, Queen? That was fucked up. Florida boy, that's who I am. You get a permanent tan too. That's nice. You want to call us? Why don't you call in, man? Tell us all about yourself. You can call us. There was somebody popped into the room yesterday. I forgot, it was like, you know, some kind of John Gotti shit. I forgot what it was. Dina was telling me who these people really were. You know, they called me the ped and the drug addict. I mean, right off the bat, obviously, these people don't know who I am because I don't do drugs. I mean, I tell you that all the time. People blowing smoke rings around my head. I don't smoke pot. You know, I don't do any of that shit. Oh, you look like a drug addict. You're a pedophile. Meanwhile, I was one of Elise's trolls, man. I came over last night and started, you know, playing the game. And it was a woman on top of everything else. I think she said she was, I forgot what she said. She was some kind of, she tried to act like she's a mobster, but she is part Asian. Didn't you say she was like a transsexual or something? One of Lisa's transsexuals that came here last night, starting trouble? I mean, she got wrenched pretty quick. I mean, you're not going to come in here and do that, but... Her last name's Gotti. Oh, she was a lesbian. It's all right about that. I got no problem with that. You know, everybody's welcome here. LGBTQ, baby. Shiny, happy people.
Shiny, happy people laughing. Meet me in the crowd, people.
You know what's funny? My cousin married a Gambino. Carlo Gambino's grandson. She married. Isn't that funny you mention that? You think I look great? Thank you. Not too many people have said that to me recently. You know, I hate being in front of the camera. I was always behind the camera. I'm telling you, when the SQ, Skank Queen, Boom, when she came up to me with that camera and I was in front of the camera, it's not where I'm usually the one holding the camera. Samir is the one who has a trans girlfriend who is pissing. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my boy? Everything's good, buddy. We're just hanging out. It's raining here. We just got hammered on. Buddy, you want to call in, man? Love to hear your voice, bro. Love when you call. Trans Dog. Was that the name of it? Let me just hit the speaker. Ah.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
Always defends Hamas and Iran. Well, that's her point of view. What are you going to do? Whatever her reasoning is, that's her reasoning. As long as she's not violent about it. I think they already know each other. Can Dog and Brad. You know, Brad's just a really good guy, man, but he has a shoestring temper. You know, you don't want to mess with this guy. Trust me. You know, when I first met him, I was like, shit, this guy looks scary. I mean, we became instant friends, like, you know, I do with a lot of people, but I mean, he looked like the Terminator and shit. Samir. I'm still waiting for that girl to call back who was like, you know, calling me daddy and stuff. You guys said that was Samir on the phone that night? That was pretty interesting stuff. I see these guys, you know, they're on the Calm Before the Home Arcade, Q4 Storm Arcade, 1UP. 101 people watching this guy. You know? I'll tell you, who's this new girl that Andrea has with her, this Elisa? Or, is it Elisa? I mean, not Elisa. She's got a girl named Andrea with her? What's she supposed to be? I just passed it. It says Elisa and Andrea. Celebrate birthday. Oh, that's Bill and Aggie. Oh, shit, that's the skit. I'm like, wow, that's the skit right there, baby. Elisa and Andrea. Are you telling me that's Bill right there with the wig on? No. Oh, I'm going to watch that. As soon as we get done, I'm watching that. That's good stuff. Shit. And yes, and wait till you see, okay. It's their best one, I think. Okay, good. Now, I was hoping they'd do one for me. Me and the cowboy. I think that would be funny. Bill is a beautiful woman. They could do, you know, Aggie could be Andrea. Bill could be me, and they get some, just put a hat on a stick to be the cowboy. You know what I mean? With those teeth that, you know, you wind up, put it on the stick. I need to do some skit stuff. Oh, don't give it away, man. That's Bill as a woman. That's pretty funny. Yeah, they're good people. Yeah, I had dinner with them. It was so, I'm sure it's going to be like when Dina's here, she's going to realize, she's going to feel like she knows us and stuff. That mustache he had. Oof. That's all I saw was the mustache. The mustache and a hat. Dina can't wait. It's going to be hot, D. Hope you don't mind. You just hang out in the mall. I'll take you to the mall, okay? We got some beautiful malls here. It's nice and air conditioned. We got, nice couches in the middle and stuff. You just hang out, have some, those pretzel things that I like. Mr. Pretzel, or Wetzel's Pretzels. I like that. Wetzel's Pretzels. Yeah, that could be the skit. Maybe I'll do a freaking skit. I could do skits, trust me. Have some fun with that. I need a cowboy hat though, and I don't even want to look at a cowboy hat right now. Shit, even like country music now makes me sick thinking about him. The party's getting bigger. You'll meet Brad's wife. She's a really good pickleball player. Shit. His wife's off the charts. Meet me in the crowd. Yeah, I'm glad I came on tonight. I didn't have any material, but it turned out to be a pretty good night. Shit. Thank you, T-Ray. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. And it's so I really feel like I'm talking on a Zoom call to friends. That's what this is to me. It's like a Zoom call with friends on the other end. Instead of seeing you guys, I'm reading your response. But I do enjoy being with Andrea and doing this, with her dancing around or just being here, fielding some of the questions. It's kind of weird for me to be here by myself and just, it's all on me to come up with the content. But you guys, it's not really like that. In the end, even when I came here tonight, we should try that. Yeah, we're going to do it. When I came on tonight, I really had nothing planned. It was just it's most of the nights, except, when I talk about being the joke of the neighborhood and shit like that. And then it's like,
You're the joke of the neighborhood. Why should you care if you're feeling good? We'll take the long way home. Take the long way home.
this could be the cowboy skit. One of those fake horses and shit. I don't know, we'll come up with something. What up, people? This could be my new puppet, puppets are in live stream. Hey, fix your hair. Oh, I'm Scuffy Frank. Whoa, who's got weed? Anybody got any rolling paper? Yeah. Give me some rolling paper, man. Trixie, give me a taco. I gotta make some tacos. Wait, let me get my guitar. I gotta get my guitar. Wait, Tan Man's on. Let's timestamp his ass. Yeah. Timestamp the Tan Man. 30276. He said he didn't like Andrea. You heard him. Make sure we do that on Monday. Sick of shit. I'll be seeing that again, I'm sure. Yeah.
There are times that you feel your body, the scenery, all the greenery coming down, boy. And then your wife seems to think you're part of the furniture. Oh, it's peculiar. She used to be so nice. Lonely days turn to lonely nights. You take a trip
guys think it's good that my videos get like 400 or 500 views? These live streams when it's all said and done? Is that good? I mean, and then the one next to me got like 1.5 million. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm happy with like, oh yeah, I got 500 views, man. 500 people watch that shit? It's like, damn. I mean, if I was doing a concert or something in a small venue, I'd be pretty happy with that. That's what I say to myself. Takes a while. No, I get that. I think Jose Sanders gets thousands of views. Yeah, I mean, you know, I see myself like, shit, 500 people watch that? I mean, that to me is like, wow, can't believe that. You know, some of them get a little more even, maybe 400, 500, 600 views. You know, and I'm like, shit, I can't believe that many people. Maybe they watched it for a minute. You know, I don't know how long they watched it for. You know, but it's funny because I was telling Barry this on the phone. Like, every once in a while, I don't really watch other live streamers, but then I'll see, like, when I go, let's say I'm not on and I'm just relaxing, I'm in my room, and I go to YouTube, and then I'll see it says live, and then I'll click on it. I want to just see what these people are doing. It's usually a guy sitting in front of a microphone, and within, I give him about 3-4 minutes, maybe even less. If he doesn't grab my attention in that amount of time to keep me wanting to watch, I'm off. Boom, he got the view, but I watched him for 10 seconds. Now, I can see that happening with this. Like, people, they're not part of the family. Maybe they see that, oh, who's this guy? Tan Man, he's live. You click on it. You know, and we're talking about shit. These people have no idea what we're talking about. And they're like, yo, fuck that. You know what I mean? What's Rizzer saying? Let's say you have a 5,000 subscribers. Hey, bug. No, I'm talking about, like, you know, the videos themselves that I put out there. You know what I mean? Helps the algorithm. Well, I was just asking if that's good. You know, like I said, I see my video, and then every video after it has like 50,000 views, 100,000 views, 1.7 million views. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But, you know, these are like major league celebrity stuff, you know, that people are following, I guess, you know. Anyway, I need 200 more subscribers on TikTok, and I can start going live on there and sell my shit. I already have the store set up. Pickleball anytime on TikTok. I hope you guys are going to come join me over there, but I mean, I'm not just going to talk about pickleball, but, you know, you'll be able to, like, well, maybe not you guys, but if you want it's a paddle set or something, it says buy now or shop now, and then, you know, add to cart. I mean, they set me up with all of that shit already. I haven't even used it. First time I went over there and did that, I was talking to myself. I didn't know I was in demo mode. And, you know, Harry's like, Dad, you know, you just spent an hour talking to yourself in demo mode. And I was like, hey, it was good practice. What can I tell you? You know? Like, I'm in fucking demo mode. I'm explaining pickleball to myself. I didn't even know it showed you the viewers and shit like that. I'm just going off. He was like, hit the button and go. Well, you're going to have to come on TikTok, D. I know, the Chinese are stealing your information. Is Buddy going to call in? And I try to call his show. I was on the panel. I don't know what happened. I kept getting kicked off. It's like, hey, man, I think it was maybe Sunday morning. I mean, I tried like 10 times. Every time I went back, it just kept Then my phone started to overheat. It was like phone too hot or something, you know. Yes, nature is a wonderful thing, Phil. Wonderful. You think so, T-Ray? T-Ray, you on TikTok? Is that one of Buddy's people right there? Phil? I saw. Oh, okay, good. Sounds great. Where's Phil? Yeah, let's talk to Phil. I'm not into social media at all except Facebook. I am old. Yeah, me too. I mean, they set me up with all this shit. I like TikTok, though. I got an attention span of a midget. You know? I can scroll with the best of them. Dina's not afraid of anything. She's got Bart in her back pocket now. She don't have to worry about nothing. It's all good.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
What's up, Jay?
Why can't you see what you're doing to me?
Oh, Dina's going to be wearing a bikini on stream coming up. Shit, we can't wait. Everybody, that's like going to be the. I'm gonna get the scoop of the year. Dina, the mod queen, in a bikini. It's going to be. I'm going to go viral. It's going to be G-string radio with Dina. She going to be the G-string. Don't worry, D. I'm just playing with you. Just kidding, baby.
When you don't believe a word I say, we can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. So if an old friend I know,
I'll tell you there, Vibes. I'm committed to this. I mean, and it's not really all about me. It's about the people that I'm talking to right now. You know, that's really what it comes down to for me. I said it's not quantity, it's quality. The quality of the people that are here with me, it's everything. Whatever happens next happens. If it doesn't happen, I got a whole new friend group. I mean, I was telling somebody that I never felt so much love in my life. You know? I was telling my mom that. I said, Ma, the fans love you. They love when I call you, Ma. She's like, really? They do? I'm like, yeah, when I call you, they, I become a real person because I have a mother that loves me. You know? She was so happy to hear that. I said, don't worry, I'll call you. You know, we'll get you back. Everybody wants to hear from you. See how you doing, you know. And don't believe all the rumors. Low emotion, high passion. Yeah, baby. Memphis, Tennessee, huh? That's a tough town. Memphis? Oh yeah, around here they believe the rumors, all right. Man, they time-stamp the rumors. This is, this is serious shit. Everything you say is being monitored. You know, I don't look at it that way. That's why it's like, for me, it's like screwy Louie, man. I just say whatever I'm thinking, and I'm not even thinking about the consequences. Okay, I'll tell him. Yo, tomorrow's his big day. He starts Lincoln Tech tomorrow. Our boy starts his new path career. Lincoln Tech. I'm very happy for him. We spoke today. He's all excited. You know, I said, make sure you raise your hand, boy. You're paying good. I'm paying good money for this. Raise your freaking hand. You're talking to when you eat or go to the bathroom. What is he studying? He's going for, he's going to learn a trade. He's got some friends whose parents are involved in the HVAC, heating and air conditioning stuff, and they're willing to put him up as soon as he gets out, you know, go do this, and then I think it's like 8 months. And, you know, they convinced him that the money's real good, and no matter if he chooses that path or not, shit, he can always fix his own air conditioning when he gets his own house. You know, shit. But I think he'll do great. I mean, these people got a big company and shit. If they take him on right out of school, he's set. So he just went for it. He's like, you know what? You know, he graduated college, owes all his money. Still doesn't know what he wants to do. Yeah, there's good money in that. Exactly. So he didn't know what he wants to do. So, you know, you talk to people. Maybe he was going to be a school teacher, teach audio visual. Somebody said, hey, Harry, listen, if you go to school for this, when you're done, we'll hook you up. It's like me. When I went to school for video, I knew that I had a job waiting for me at ABC through my sister and Barbara Walters. So I took that shit seriously. It was like, shit. You know, I got my associate's degree in business management, and I'm like, what am I going to do now? Pump gas? I had no idea what I was going to do. Had all these student loans and shit. What did I just do? Pass microeconomics, macroeconomics? For what? You know? Well, I guess he'll go back, Riz, and learn something else, man. Whatever. He's excited about. Look, he has something that he's excited about. You know? He's excited about it. And that, to me, means everything. You know, if you're excited about something that you're getting involved in, you know, I told him, bro, you don't want to pay for a lot. You know, you pay for lobster and not eat it. So, you know, you really have to think that way. You're paying for this. These instructors are getting paid to teach you everything you need to know. Raise your fucking hand. Raise your hand. Something goes over your head, stop them. Can you explain that again? I didn't understand. Don't let it go by you so you can go right to lunch. Although it's a night class, so you ain't going to lunch. You know what, Riz? You should have joined the Three Stooges. I think you could have been Curly. I had a lot of friends that were mobsters. You know, they still respected me. And if I had a problem, I could call them. I had a really good friend. His uncle was high level, in prison. And like a captain. I never even thought about it, you know? Well, there you go. He moved up to engineering. You never know what the future holds, you know? My daughter went to school to be an esthetician. And, you know, so she started working in a spa. And she liked it. And she did really well. She was selling, everybody was buying whatever she was selling because she was so beautiful. You know, they all want to know what she uses on her own skin. And then, I don't know, one day her friends were telling her how amazing and the money that they're making from ultrasound. And she decided she's going back to school for ultrasound. She just finished. Told you guys the other day, she got her internship at the hospital she was born at. You know, we were talking about her birth and shit, and I started to tear up while I was on the phone with her. You know? Yeah, well, you know, at least there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not like you just, you know, running on empty and hoping for the best. He's got people that are willing to, you know, hey, Harry, you know, go to school. It's only, I think, 8 months. It's 4 days a week. I think it's from 6 to 10. So he can still work during the day and go to school at night. So he's pretty happy about that. And he's excited. Tomorrow's his first day. So, you know, we'll all just wish him the best. And, you know, if we're on the air, we'll call him tomorrow night after he gets out and see how it went. We'll all do it together, and then we'll give him, you know, we'll motivate his ass. You know. Harry, we're all behind you, bro. We love you. You always running against the wind, Jay? I used to say that too. You know, Harry, he wants it all now, man. He wants it all. It's only 8 months, I think, of training. Hands-on, too. It's not like you got to sit, well, I guess you got to take notes and shit. But at least he's going to be hands-on. He's paying good money to learn this trade. He better learn it, or I'll wring his neck. All right, so we did 2 hours. We're good, right? Listen, just pray. Pray for me. Let's just pray that you get a notification tomorrow about 1 o'clock that I'm on the air. And if that happens, I'm on Andrea's terrace with her talking about what the hell's going on. If not, things went south and then I won't be on at 1 o'clock. But we're going to see. We're going to see. All I could do is hope. Now, I don't want to lose this girl. You know? I don't want to be alone again.
In a little while from now, if I'm not feeling any less sad, I promise myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower. And climb.
I'm dreaming about you guys. You must be dreaming about me. Hey, wait a minute. Before I go, Jay's starting a new job tomorrow. Planet Comedy Handler being living in my truck for a month now. The struggle is real. Jay, you know what? I'm glad you're with us. This is all a positive energy place, man. We are positive energy people. We'll pray for you. We'll hope that everything goes well for you. You got a home here if you want it. Don't act up. Don't be a fool. You come in here. You got great people in here. They're all good people. They're like family. I come on the air, not because I want to be famous or have fortune. Come on the air to be with these people. Okay? That's the bottom line. I mean, you want to write the book on this? My dad said it. Life is simple if you could share it. That's what we're doing. We're sharing our lives, man, with a lot of people that I never knew 3 months ago. So, you know, you're part of the family now. We see your name. We're going to welcome you. And we wish you all the best. All right? Guys, I love you. You know that. I'll be dreaming about you. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully at around 1. If not, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Climbing to the top, will throw myself up in an effort to make clear to everyone it's like when you're shattered, left standing in the lurch at a church where people were saying, my God, that's tough. She stood him up. No point in us remaining. as well go home as I did on my own, alone again. Naturally, to think that only yesterday I was cheerful, bright